absolutely incredible. Waterfall right here on the right side. And then inside that canyon, there's another waterfall that leads up to the peak. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Absolutely incredible. You get the view of the entire valley down there with the waterfall streaming through, and then it meets up with another waterfall right here with just this glistening rainbow, birds flying over. Absolutely insane. Doesn't look like reality. And wow, I cannot wait to shoot this. I'm thinking of trying a few different shots here. I definitely want a shot in that valley. And as these clouds pour over, it changes the formation around the mountain up there, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna try and take a few shots as those clouds swirl around and see how interesting they'll become. But I think the thing I'm the most excited about here is this waterfall right in front of me. The textures and the colors and the birds flying around, I think this is gonna be absolutely perfect for a telephoto composition. And if you watch my vlogs for a while, you know my favorite lens and the thing I use the most is the 100 to 400 lens. So I think I'm gonna try some shots with that lens first. I really wanna show the texture of the waterfall. I don't need a long exposure here. So I'm not gonna bother with a tripod, and this will allow me to be a little bit more versatile doing this handheld. Direct sunlight, beautiful direct sunlight, and I want to be ready in case a bird flies right in front of this waterfall. Oh, got the timer on. I always do that. Every single time. It's always left on the wrong drive mode from my last shoot. One of my favorite things to shoot is just long streaming waterfalls and just the different ribbons of water making shapes each and every time. And the fact that there's now a rainbow just kind of dancing there just makes it that much more special. Oh my gosh.
Capturing these waterfall rainbow images was honestly one of the most surreal experiences I've had with landscape photography. And these are some images that I've been, well, frankly, the most excited about for a while. The textures and colors here were just beautiful and truly something out of a fairy tale. I really liked the way these images came out, but I still wanted to try my shot at getting a bird in front of the rainbow.
Just need a bird, one bird. We just need to wait for the bird, and then I think it'll be perfect. It's weird, I've been waiting here for a while and I haven't seen a single bird fly by the waterfall. Where are they? I don't know where they're hanging out right now. Okay, I think I see a bird coming through. Okay. I think I should start out a little bit wider, like at 100 millimeters, because I'm, see. Okay, looks pretty good at 100 millimeters. All right, we just need to track them in. Nope. Oh wait, here we go. Here we go. Perfect.
Here it is, the bird soaring across this rainbow spectrum with the powerful waterfall texture on the left side. I was so fixated on shooting these close-ups of this waterfall that I completely forgot about this gorgeous canyon that we initially went there to photograph. And I think that's one of my favorite things about landscape photography, is just finding these little spontaneous moments that sometimes end up being your favorites. Here's a slightly pulled out view of another bird flying towards the falls, and what I loved about this image specifically is how the rainbows made little flames on the right side of the image. I also thought that the diagonal lines made from the rock, which also kind of mimicked the diagonal lines of the colors of the rainbow, helped to add a bit of symmetry to this photograph.
And just like that, there goes the light. Waterfall's in shadow. The rainbow is gone, at least for a few minutes.
So again, the initial reason we came to this canyon was for this waterfall right at the end that led up to the mountain. That definitely became more of an afterthought once I found the close-ups of the rainbows. But I did afterwards fly my drone for a bit, and here's what I shot. What's funny is when we first started this hike, that mountain was completely engulfed in fog and would have added a lot of drama to the image. But then if we had gotten here and it was completely fogged in, I wouldn't have seen that rainbow. So it's a bit of give and take here where maybe this shot wasn't quite as interesting as it could have been if there was a little bit more weather, but it gave me a new opportunity to photograph something that in my opinion was even more interesting. Here's a wide-angle shot from that drone directly above the waterfall in this position where you can still see that rainbow just gliding across the entire frame. I tried to get the drone as close to that waterfall as possible without, well, having the drone just completely fall out of the sky due to all the rushing water. But I thought this was a fun perspective, and I'm really happy with the way this came out. After we were done with this canyon, we decided to move along to another spot. We found a beautiful place to shoot aerial photography and aerial video. This canyon had so much character. I love all the little textures here and the V shape that's created by the two canyon walls that leads right down into that waterfall. I also thought that the fog added a lot of atmosphere and created a lot of mystery for this photograph. Really made it feel like it was a part of a fairy tale or some sort of adventure movie. And even though this waterfall wasn't quite as impressive or as powerful as the previous ones, I felt like it was the perfect centerpiece for this photograph. So for these two canyons, I gotta say, we got absolutely incredible weather, but it wasn't always like this on our trip. Let me show you another spot that we went to where we got completely rained out. So when we first got here, the waterfall wasn't even visible. It was just a layer of fog, and every once in a while, you could get a very, very small glimpse of the falls out there in the distance. So I pulled out my wide lens, and sure enough, there was a clearing for just enough time to capture this frame. I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't a huge fan of the way this image came out. I didn't feel like there was a lot really to this photograph. It just looked like another shot of a waterfall. So after I shot this one, I decided to zoom in a bit, and then I shot this. Now, I didn't really know it at the time because, frankly, it was a super overwhelming shoot. We were getting rained on, it was heavy wind, I could barely see the LCD screen. I was trying not to break my camera. But once I got back to Lightroom and looked at these images, I was really happy with the way this came out. I thought that the textures here were really prominent, and that really dark, stormy light we were getting ended up working perfect for this. Of course, I then accentuated that even further in post with some dodging and burning. So here it is, my favorite image from the shoot, and this is definitely one of those images that I would say is open to interpretation as far as what it's showcasing and what it represents. To me, I feel like this is more than a photograph of a waterfall and more of a photograph of some sort of strange mythological monster. But I'm curious to hear what you think. Do you see anything else besides just a waterfall when you look at this photograph? And if you do, I'm curious what you see. Please let me know in the comments. So again, while we were at the spot, I really had no idea if these images were going to come out or not. And so we did decide to revisit these falls on a day where it was a little bit more clear and we could get a nice wide-angle perspective at sunset. And here's how that one turned out. Now, I don't know how you feel, but for me, I was a much bigger fan of those stormy images than this one. I don't think this is a bad image by any stretch. I'm happy with the way this came out, and I think it has all the makings of a decent landscape photo. It's got a dramatic landscape under nice light with a beautiful sun star and some nice atmosphere. But I don't know, I think I'm a little bit more proud with the images I came up with during the stormy shoot. Now, I know I've said this before, but it's worth mentioning again. It's always a good idea to revisit locations under different lighting conditions. Then you get to see the landscape in a variety of different ways, and you never know, that might trigger your creativity. I really hope you enjoyed this adventure as much as I did. And if you did enjoy it, please give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more, because there will be more, including capturing a bit of lava. So I'm really excited to share that one with you all. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.